searched it, and like there was this tiny little one in the bottom left that popped up, but I couldn't read it, and I couldn't like it looked like it looked right. So it's like, yeah, black and white, emotional, but I can't remember the music video. I just wanted I wanted you to see the GIF and then sing. And so then I just had to search the meme, search for the GIF through Chrome. Then when it popped up bigger, I'm just like, yes, okay, good. Then went back. So it wasn't that I did struggle to find it. Like I got it right away. I just needed to make sure it was right. Very much. To open the broadcast with a Pompeii reference?
It'll not be in the opening, but it will get a mention.
Good. Because I mean, we're literally playing in the shadow.
I'm doing a Clint Eastwood Heartbreak.
Ash rains down upon us. That is dramatic.
I'm doing a Clint Eastwood Heartbreak Ridge reference.
Love it. Was it the Rescuers? Where it's like the evil woman forcing their little child to go into the mines for the diamonds. The Rescuers.
I remember watching that when I was about 10.
Sorry?
I remember watching that in the cinemas when I was about 10.
That sounds about right. And then there was the sequel, Rescuers Down Under.
Was it? Oh, down. No, I didn't. Didn't get that one.
Oops. Okay.
The question is, how much depression? Is anything that frustrated me causes depression? So, like, I am.
No, you're good. Pretty much that pole is the left. So yeah, anything. I'm good.
Anytime you see me grabbing, like,
Yeah. Anytime you'd like, David, I reckon.
just get Charlie up.
Okay. Well, g'day baseball fans, and wherever you're watching around the country, even the world, welcome to the Keith and Sandra Longstar Field in Port Melbourne, Victoria for Friday night baseball in the Australian Youth Championships. This was not part of the plan, but after some of the most hellish conditions that we've ever seen broadcasting baseball between the crew here, in the true spirit of Clint Eastwood and Heartbreak Ridge, we have adapted, improvised and overcome and basically taken a break for the heat, which got up to 43 degrees Celsius here in Melbourne, and have moved the game to much cooler circumstances now. Indeed, looking at the Bureau of Meteorology's temperatures, a absolutely pleasant 27.7 degrees. There is cover over this area. Now, you might think it's cloud, but I suspect it's actually smoke from fires, because it's a little bit Pompeii-like, hopefully without similar result, in that there's little tiny bits, now I'm talking really tiny bits of ash that has been falling around us as we've been setting up over the last hour, but nothing to stop this game. And it's a big one. The first game for Western Australia in the under-18s, the National Championships. They'll be taking on New South Wales Country. They played in a game no one who was here will ever forget, losing to South Australia 14 runs to 2. But new conditions, new game. Let's see what New South Wales Country can pull off. They'll be led off by their shortstop, number 36, Michael Gerstenberg. In the 2-hole will be Jordan Barnes, batting 3, Cohen Ryan. Batting 4 at first base will be Will Klein Shiphorst. Batting 5, the catcher tonight, Nash McBeath. 6, third base, Baxter Nee. 7, Seaborg, Cormac Borges at centre field. Left field, batting 8, Jesse Gennaro, and mentioned one Borges right next to him at right field, batting 9, T-Borg, Tyler Borges. It is Flash Gordon, aka Zy Gordon, for Western Australia throw the first pitch, and it's just a bit on the high side, maybe a tad of adrenaline pumping through. I've been looking forward to this game since Scott the Nod will be coming to Port Melbourne. I've had the absolute joy over maybe the last 6 or 7 years of calling a fair bit of charter baseball, national championships in the intermediate league, junior league, senior league. And I've seen a lot of teams from Western Australia win the national title, get the trip to America. Wanneroo, 3 trips. Eastern Phantoms, 2 trips. Eastern Phantoms maybe just a year older. Well, tonight on the national stage, they combine, along with plenty of others from around the state. Zy Gordon from the Morley Eagles, nickname Flash, has got a 3-1 count to work through. Gerstenberg was 0 from 2 with a walk and a stolen base in the leadoff position, and I'm going to do a count of these. How many players go to first and then come back on the strike? Because I reckon it was about 4 in the earlier game. That's 1 from 1 plate appearance. Full count. First plate appearance of the night. And fouled away into a group of New South Wales Country supporters that have found a tree and decide that's a good spot to park. Don't blame them in the slightest. Got quite a few Western Australian fans that have made the long trip over, and they've all got various WA merch on to my left, which is near the home field dugout. WA, the home team in this contest. Payoff pitch, again foul. Gerstenberg from the Blacktown Workers Club. As I explained, if you're watching the earlier game, the New South Wales Country side is topped up a little bit with some Metro players. And again, Gerstenberg thought he had the walk, but it's turned out to be a strikeout to Gordon. Next up, playing second base is Jordan Barnes. I'll give you the Western Australian defensive lineup in just a moment. Pitch on the outside. So Joel Vlasic is playing left field. Carlton Branch in centre field. Tom Williams is based in right. Around the bases, Lenny Golding third base. Got a tip. 1-1. A man everyone's been talking about, Aita Samakura, is at shortstop. Ben Hanna, who's a late inclusion. He's playing second base. Chase Benjamin is at first. Di Gordon is pitching and Cameron Barr is catching. Cooper Barber is the DH. That's how WA are set up. 2-1 count with 1 out, no one on for the Country. Their game against South Australia went 6 innings and they did take until the 6th to score a couple of consolation runs. But I have never been so relieved that a baseball game ended, and I think everyone that was here would probably have felt likewise. Best way I can describe it for those that aren't in Melbourne today and haven't experienced the wind-heat combination. Think about sticking your head in front of a hairdryer on low. I'll come back to that. As that is played over the top of Benjamin, and Country are on base. Jordan Barnes, who is 0 for 3 this morning, is 1 for 1 tonight. So you imagine you got a hairdryer and you can put it on high speed, low heat. Then stick your face in front of it for about 2 hours. Throw in a little bit of dust, and I reckon we're about what that game was like. So kudos to everybody, players, scorers, officials, who managed to work their way through it. Then a break. Most probably would have gone and had a bit of a snooze. Somewhere air conditioned. Cool change has arrived, bringing with it just this little bit of ash, which seems to have dropped off a little bit, I think. And so focus comes back to the baseball and not the playing conditions. This is Cohen Ryan from Balkan Hills, aka Coco, was 0 from 1 against South Australia earlier today. Picks up the strike. 2-1 count. Okay, count now. Two and two. 2 other games on around Melbourne as we speak. As Ryan puts this up towards centre field. Carlton Branch takes the catch. So it's 2 out, 1 on for Will Klein-Shiphorst. He's from Wyong, up the coast. Pretty much plenty of baseball from Sydney up through Central Coast and up into the Hunter region and Newcastle. In fact, on one of the ABL broadcasts back in Adelaide with Michael Dunn, who used to play with the Adelaide Giants in the original ABL. He said he used to go up and play in Newcastle against the Hunter team. Hunter Eagles, he said. He used to play at the Marathon Stadium where the Newcastle Knights rugby league team's based. 1-2 count. The lights are on here. The sun is shining, but is coming through a very thick cloud. 1-2 is your confirmed count on Klein Shiphorst. And that's a strikeout, and that will do it. So Zy Gordon, a strikeout at the start and the end, gave up a hit, but no runs. Time to flip it over. Let's have a look at the Western Australian batting lineup. This is game 1 of 6 preliminaries, and then either 2 consolation or anywhere up to 4 finals. Leading off will be their shortstop, Aita Samakura. Yeah, there's the conditions. It's kind of surreal. Just had this orange greyish glow about it. But as you can see, there is a little bit of breeze, but nowhere near the strength of before. It's coming from a different direction as well, and is a lot cooler. So Samakura to lead off at shortstop. Cameron Barr, the catcher, at number 2. Batting third will be Lenny Golding. At third base, Tom Williams, right field at 4. Cooper Barber, the DH, batting 5. Chase Benjamin, first base, batting 6. At 7, the centre fielder, you just saw him make a catch, Carlton Branch. At 8, second baseman Ben Hannon. And in 9, left field, Joel Vlasic. The starting pitcher for New South Wales will be Mika Pora from the Gosford Pirates. And I do need to tell, Makari Pora. I'll give the full name, Makari Pora, on the hill. Now, here's a story for you. Where's number 11? Because he was born on the 11th of the 11th, 2008, which just happened to be his great-grandmother's 100th birthday. With all of that, how could you not choose number 11 as your jumper number? So for Makari, their first pitching outing, it is game 2 for New South Wales Country under 18. Samakura is ready to launch. And launch he does! Oh, I hope they were watching that at Heat HQ. He's gone full yard. Hooroo! 1 pitch, 1 home run. We got all the WA players. He's been waiting all ABL season to do that. He's been on plenty of heat squads in the ABL. Hasn't got a lot of game time. I mean, he's just turned 18. You can see why he is on that heat list and why he is such an exciting prospect. I think having recently gained Australian citizenship as well. So it's 1-0 to the West. And Cameron Barr says, well, I can swing on the first pitch as well. I can tell you that the centre field fence is 370 to the poles are 300. For Cameron Barr from the Morley Eagles. Just got to come back down to earth. Did see a home run by South Australia, and fair to say that one was wind assisted. Not so sure about what we just saw from Samakara. I haven't worked out the wind here for this. That's going to be a hit. Just past a desperate dive from Nee Baxter out to left field. So 2 up, 2 hits. A dream start for Western Australia so far. Lenny Golding from the Braves, a.k.a. Goldie or LG. He's been on 4 Western Australia national teams, 1 Australian team. As I said, to me, they are, this age group, the most talented lineup. Of course, there's plenty of players that have come to Melbourne as a state rep who weren't at the Charter Nationals because their charter maybe wasn't successful at state. But WA dominating. Little generation working through between the Phantoms and the Giants, which has now reached under 18 level. Pick-off attempt at first. Everybody's safe. So for Pora, part of the Hunter Coast Junior League and the Senior League in 2024. Played in the Country Championships in New South Wales, 23, 24, 25. Second year at the AYC, also played for New South Wales Country last year. Finds the strike zone, looking for that first out. After getting a little bit of a rude awakening. 2-2 the count. Bar at first. Golding puts it up towards right. And unfortunately for T-Borg, couldn't quite get a glove on it. That will send Western Australia scooting around. Now, I may be corrected by the scorers. There's a big door between me and them, and right now it's shut, so I'm not going to confirm whether this was an error or not. Usually comes down to whether there was a glove on the play. Just got a touch of it, so maybe I'm going to have to probably put that down as an E9, I think. So already leading 1-0 at the bottom of the first. There's two Western Australians in scoring position, and Barr at third, Golding at second. Tom Willow from the Morley Eagles. On the first pitch, it's going to be a 2-run RBI. Cameron Barr scores, Lenny Golding scores. Tom Williams stands on first with a 2 RBI single to centre. Onomous signs early for the New South Wales Country supporters. A dream start. Now here comes the DH. Now the youngest player in the starting 9, age 16, Cooper Barber from the Wanneroo Giants. So players like Samakura and Barr, Williams, part of the Eastern Phantoms from memory. Wanneroo, large enough to have their own charter. They're just a year younger. Two years ago in 2024, down the M1 in Geelong, called a Senior League Championship, which the Phantoms won, and then the following year, Wanneroo, just that year older, came back and claimed it. .03 counts? No, sorry, 03 is the score. So that single cleared the bases a little bit. It is just Williams on first. Cooper Barber, okay, Barb. Or Barb straight to second, looking for the double play. Got to get the throw off, did not. But that is the first out. So Tom Williams back in the dugout. Chase Benjamin, also from Wanneroo. Saw them win their first junior title in Mildura 4 years back. 2022 from memory. Right back. There's one. Let's go double play again. We're going to throw a bouncer that's missed everything. And that's going to be Barber out. Benjamin safe. Not an error when there was an out recorded. So we come down to number 7 in the one at Western Australia lineup. Carlton Branch from South Perth. South Perth. Branchy. Just realised I should give you the New South Wales Country defensive lineup. So Jess Garnier at left field, Cormac Bogus, Seabog at centre, Tyler Bogus, Debog at right field. Lee Baxter third base, Mikey Gerstenberg shortstop, Jordan Barnes is second base, Will Klein Shiphorst is first base, Nash McBeath is behind the plate, Cohen Ryan's the DH, and Kai Pora is your pitcher. A 2-1 count. Count goes to 2-2 with 2, maybe 3-1. My apologies. 3-1 with 2 with should be 2 out. That's a long, hard hit. Where is that going to land? That's going to land in the alleyway and hit the light pole. And what that means is that stops the play, because I'm pretty sure the light pole is the other side of the fence. And hit that on one bounce. So that was not far away from going over as well. So it's a double. What it does is it puts puts Benjamin at third. Branch is at second. So I'm going to just make that a double. Ben Hannon, who was expecting to be watching this tournament on Baseball Plus, a late call-up on the 3rd of January, according to the profile. Another one from Wanneroo. 3 Wanneroo Giants in the starting 9. There's another 3, I think another 3 in the squad. Because Hannon has come in late, obviously one's dropped out. I haven't quite worked out who that one is yet. It's a pop-up. And centre field comes in and takes the catch. That's Cameron Bogus. So that endeth the first inning, but not before WA score 3 runs, the highlight of which the first pitch home run to Ada Samakura. More coming up in the Australian Youth Championships after the break. to second. And that's about as regulation as they come. Jordan Barnes at second base, handling that pretty easily. 1 away. Yeah. Ada Samakura from the Kareen Cats and the Eastern Phantoms charter team. An Australian under-18 representative at the World Cup this year. I'm poor. I was thinking, where am I going to pitch this? High and inside. This time a little low, so not surprisingly, Poor are trying to stay away from something hittable. Only problem is it's now a 2-0 count. Probably the best news for New South Wales Country is there's no one on base yet for Western Australia in this inning. Bottom of the second if you have just joined us. Takes the strike. 2-1. You can see there Cameron Barr on deck. Next up. Takes the ball. Should be a 3-1 count. Hitters time. And the strike. Not sure if I should count that as off walking. Didn't drop the bat, so maybe that's got to be the criteria. You've got to drop the bat and take off and then get called back. So full count. Very different plate appearance than the first one. Ends up with a walk. So 2 times up, 2 times on. Cameron Barr is next up. All the Eagles went to the Little League Nationals in 2019 with the Northern Metros. As there's the slide from Samakura. He's got a stolen base to go with the walk. Maybe it was 2021 that the Giants won. I've got to think this through now. It probably was 2021 in Mildura was the intermediate title. 2023 would have been the juniors and 2025 the seniors. That probably makes the most sense. Barr is just trying to get his hamstring healthy. Had a grade 4 rupture late October. A grade 4 rupture, that sounds painful. So yeah, season over. Just played 6 games before getting injured, and from then the focus was get healthy to be able to play in this. Samakura looking to steal third, that's fouled, and Samakura, having had the practice run, will have to just trot back. You can see him at the top of your screen. There is a breeze here. It is a lovely, cooling, refreshing breeze here in Port Melbourne. I want to thank the Mariners, the Port Melbourne Baseball Club, for leaving their club rooms open for a few of us just to stay cool and recover from the earlier affair. Barr heads to centre field, gets a good distance on that. Should fall short, that's a good catch. So Makura tags at second, gets to third, so Bar, whilst out, and that is the second out, does move Samakura on 90 feet away, or a base away from being Western Australia's fourth run. Lenny Golding batting 3. That would be pretty good to bat 3, you would think. As mentioned, he had a home run for Western Australia in the under-16s. What's the Patriot person who's most influenced him? Andy Kyle. There's a name for those out west. Andy, long-time Perth Heat manager. Still having an influence. So, Golding is one of 4 siblings who play, and his dad coaches the under-16 state girls team. And he finds the gap and brings Samakura home. The 3-run lead becomes 4. Get a really good view from on top of Skycam here. Just beautifully placed. And there was nothing that shortstop Mikey Gerstenberg could do about that. Tom Williams had a 2 RBI single to centre field that got things rolling. Scored Bar and Golding previously. It's 2 out. New South Wales Country just hoping to keep the damage to 1 run. Keep the game in distance and keep the game within reach for their offence to start generating something. Attempt of second and safe. Can't even say that was a rundown. You look at it and Golding had taken off and just said, well, okay, I'm just going to keep going. Going to force New South Wales Country to sort of make a double play, and they could not get it off in time. There's Golding with the mitt. I wonder where you buy those. Poira finds the edge of the strike zone. So up now, Tom Williams. Two out, 1 on. Just a bit outside. One apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cooper Barber on deck. Actually, it's not Cooper Barber on. Yes, it is Cooper Barber on deck. Just the one Western Australian on base. You can see him just to the right of your screen in Golding. Poira keeping an eye on him. Now delivers the 1-1 pitch, which is going to be foul, but not by a lot. Had that have been this morning, that actually would have probably landed fair. Everything was being wildly swung to the left-hand side. In the other under-18s game, New South Wales and Queensland, it's New South Wales 6, Queensland 0. And that's a strikeout. That is the first strikeout for Kyra Poira. Well done to him. And that will end Western Australia's second. Not before they score one more run. Guess who scored it? It is a 4-0 lead to the team out west as we've got some subs coming.
There's a breed out there that don't fit the mould.
Ladies and gentlemen, this message is for you.
They don't see a challenge. No failures. Just lessons. And while you might not have seen it, they've been working. They don't fit in. They're happy to be different. Excuses. What's that? They don't need to be the best. Just better than they were yesterday. And while some see different, we see better. PTP. Different. Better.
Welcome back. Top of the third. New pitcher coming in. Zy Gordon's time pitching is done through 2 complete innings. Gave up 1 hit. No earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts through 34 pitches. In the 2 innings, faced 7 batters. The new pitcher is a 16-year-old from the Braves. Number 48, Lewin Venswunder. So Zy Gordon started as a 16-year-old pitcher. Now, WA, with this talent they've got from charter level, have 8 16-year-olds. 7 or 8 16-year-olds in their 20-player roster, which is probably more than any other side I've seen. Two-one count, no one on, no one out, goes to 3-1. So this is Cormac Burgess along with Tyler, both 17, so I'm going to suspect they're twins. Both from the Wollongong Cardinals. Actually, let me correct myself on that. This is Jesse Garneo. Tyler Burgess is up next. Cormac struck out to end the second, so 2-2 count fouled away. So it is 8-9-1. Nickname of Jeppy, Jesse Garnero. Puts a charge into that, but in the end, reasonably easy for Carlton Branch to deal with. So a late game, I don't think we'll be having more 7 o'clock starts, hopefully for the rest of the tournament. So a long day for WA, waiting to make their debut. A long break for New South Wales Country, probably about 5 and a bit hours between games. Probably an interesting question to ask the players. Do they prefer, if they're playing one game, do they prefer it first thing in the morning and get it done and dusted, have the rest of the day free? Do they prefer having it a little later? Remember, we're dealing with teenagers, and I don't want to speak on behalf of the 14 teams, almost 300 players here. But if my 2 were any example, not usually at their best first thing in the morning. Burgess. That's a low one, which would be a problem for WA if there was someone on base, but there is not. Foul back. Salmon. Played and through. Golding at third. We'll work out in due course how that's going to be scored. Was it an ordinary effort? Let you be the judge right here. Got a movement to the left and ate him up a bit. I'd say that's probably going to be an E5, but I have found out either I'm getting grumpier the older I get, and I tend to be more harsh than the scorers, or it's junior baseball, so maybe not as harsh, shall we say. Did fun when I started this gig about 10 years ago, and I'd have a baseball player next to me who's played hundreds of ABL games or something, that I was the softie and they were the hard taskmaster. Bottom line is, Burgess is on first, and we've turned the lineup over to Mikey Gerstenberg. Struck out, looking for his first hit of the championships. This is game 2 of 6 prelim matches for New South Wales Country. We have a steal attempt of second. Here comes the throw, and that's going to be pretty easily done. And what do you know? It was ruled a single. Score is 1, Phil Neal. That's hit hard to rise. In foul territory, but a chance at a catch, and a catch made. Yeah, and then tag up. So I reckon that was Chase Benjamin who possibly got to that. I'll just need to see a replay to confirm. Yes, it was Benjamin who just took a misstep, tripped over the foul, the line, and had the heads up to get it to second as soon as possible. But Tyler Burgess was aware of the situation. One of the things about this game is it's not just the physical of being able to throw fast, throw hard, even throw a mix of pitches. We'll be able to hit the ball, run fast, but there is very much a mental aspect to this game of knowing when to swing, and when you field, knowing what to do with the ball after you've got it in your glove. Jordan Barnes had a single in the first. That is the one of 2 New South Wales. Actually, hang on. What do we got here? I think we've got our first substitution. So Jordan Barnes comes, takes a seat. Connor McCarthy. Macca from Norths. And that's all I got told. Looking at here, Connor McCarthy from Norths Baseball Club on the North Coast. So the north of the north. Play towards Samakura. It's short. He's got to try and get the out. I'm not sure if the throw was there. It was not. No error. It was a clean pick up and throw. But the wheels of Connor McCarthy took a while to get to Samakura. His throw was bang on, just not in time. So I'll put that down as a single right away. Third one for New South Wales Country. And they've now got T-Bog. It's B-O-G-G, not 100% how to pronounce that. But T-Bog is a base away from a New South Wales Country run. Should be Cohen Ryan. Oh, we've got the slow-mo happening. Oh, great call. Foot on, ball not in the glove. Love the work. Space Quake Sports delivering again. Was there any doubt? Cohen Ryan Coco from Balkan Mills flew out the centre field in the first. He's got a 2-0 count to deal with. And with 2 out, sacrifice is not an option. Inzadit. So is this 3-0 or 3? Yeah, it's 3-0. Coming around doesn't exactly he's going to sit there and not swing. But he didn't and took the strike. Had many a discussion with co-ABL commentators about not swinging at the 3-0 pitch. I think for mine, there's a walk. I think for mine, the question that the hitters got to ask themselves is this pitcher capable of throwing a strike? Have we got to 3-0 because their radar is just completely awry? In that case, don't swing because you're most likely to get a 4-pitch walk. If, like, you got a couple of lucky calls and they're right on the corner and strikes away, then, yeah, I still don't buy the gentleman's agreement situation. So we're loaded. This is a chance. New South Wales Country can tie it with one crack of the bat. So Tyler Burgess at third, Connor McCarthy at second, Cohen Ryan at first. Will Klein Shiphorst playing first base. Spent a lot of this morning as catcher. I'm going to give that game this morning a nickname at some point. It's played to second and it's got through and we've got ourselves a New South Wales Country run. T-Bog has scored. Still loaded bases. Yes, Ben Hanna couldn't quite get a grip on the ball coming to him. Yeah, nutmegged him in the end. Okay, so just like that, 2 singles, a walk, and what I'm going to give is an E4. And that's a pretty short outing from Lewin Van Splendor. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to talk much about you. Now, coming out to pitch, I think is number 25 from the UWA Magpies. It's Rhino, aka Ryan Warner. With a mental note that I just need to. You never know how long the pitches are going to last, so talk about them when they come out. Ryan Warner. Again, father-son. Father wore 25. He wears 25. Plays State League for the Magpies. Part of the Eastern Phantoms. So what have we got here? He was part of the AYC in 2023-24 at under 16 level. ACT as a friendship player in 2022. Was with the Eastern Phantoms for Little League, Senior League, under 16 Australian squad in 2024, which did a tour of the US. Of course, the ACT here again with some friendship players is the ACT Roos. Score update. Under 16 level, WA and New South Wales. It is New South Wales leading WA at under 16s, 5 runs to 2. New South Wales are 3-0 coming into that. Win that, that's 4 wins. That'll get them into the semis. WA are in not the best position, with 1.5 wins, 2.5 losses, because there was a tie with South Australia. WA lost to Queensland earlier today, 4-10 at under 16 level. Play the ACT team tomorrow. But here's the under 18s. That's got through the infield. It's going to bring in 1, possibly 2 country runs. And a player at third, which will be uncontested. So the pitching change doesn't work. Nash McBeath has a 2 RBI single. And the country lads from New South Wales are right back in this contest with 3 runs. That was Connor McCarthy. Yeah, it's 3 to 2, 3. Okay, so it is country at the corners. Clean Shiphorst. I've got him at third as it's Baxter knee. And this is 2 out. Make that 3. And that'll do it for the inning. So, couple of runners stranded, but New South Wales country are back in the contest. It's WA by 1 run, 4 runs to 3. As we head to the bottom of the third. A reminder, I'm going to bring it up on my laptop shortly because it's underway. The just 2 weeks to go in the Australian Baseball League season. What a year so far. 4 teams so evenly matched. Sydney on the verge of history, securing not just their first ABLCS berth, but hosting it for the first time as well. All 3 games will be at the home of the minor premiers, and I think Sydney are a win away with some other results. 2 wins and it's all theirs. Adelaide, Sydney are in Perth tonight. That game will be 10 o'clock Melbourne and Sydney time. But there is a free game on Baseball Plus, which is underway about now, I think, between Brisbane and Adelaide. Adelaide won big last night. Home runs left, right and centre. Brisbane look like they might be the first team to be eliminated. Need some wins. You can watch that for free. Most other games are on a subscription, but the good news is if you purchase an ABL playoff pass right now, you will get all the remaining games from round 9 and 10 for free. So check that out. Head to plusbaseball.com.au to lock in your pass today and put your support behind Australian professional baseball. One of these players in this game is already part of the ABL, and Ida Samakura has had some at-bats. It's WA. What have we got here? We've got Cooper Barber trying to dash for first. And that is an out. Almost looked like it could have a kind of a collision there, Will Glide Shiphorse, but held his ground well. So pitcher for Sydney, who have we got here? We've got a new pitcher for Sydney in Ethan Sutter, 16-year-old from the Blacktown Workers, who did not play in the earlier game today. So, let me just amend my book. Ethan Sutter, 17-year-old. Plays state under-18 state league with Blacktown Workers, also under-17s Quakers Hill Pirates. It's part of the Little League State Championships for Hills in 2021. And the Intermediate League with Hills, and the Junior League State Champions with Hills, and 23-25 in the under-16s. So the under-18s right here today. Couple up, couple down. Two ground outs to the left side of the field. New South Wales have got themselves back in the contest. Would love a scoreless inning. So that's Nee Baxter at third base. Carlton Branch. Lefty. From South Perth that I'm pretty sure are the Cubs. Two out, no one on for the West Australians. Fouled back. And fairly lucky that that's landed on that soccer field that had a soccer game there about 20 minutes ago. Could have caused a bit of a disturbance there if a baseball suddenly lands in the middle of proceedings. Multi-sport complex, we've got two ovals here for cricket and Aussie rules, a baseball diamond, artificial soccer field, and I think a grass one as well. We're on Williamstown Road, not too far away. The Port Melbourne Footy Club is just up the road. This facility, home of the Port Melbourne Colts Footy Club, sort of the junior team, separate entities, same colours. As are the baseball team, the blue and the red. Port Melbourne Baseball Club, known as the Mariners. We thank them for providing such a wonderful facility and a great canteen. I recommend the South Melbourne Dim Sims. But also thank them for having the cool air-conditioned club rooms open this afternoon as a recovery place. 2-2 count with two out. A strike away. Foul. From going 1-2-3 in this inning. Which for Country's been a bit of a rarity. I think they did it once to South Australia earlier today. Inside, and rather than the 3 up, 3 down, we got a walk. First one given up by Sutter. So the Makara Pora 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Through 40 pitches, Sutter's thrown, I think, around about 11. And we've got a balk call. So Branch, who was minding his own business on first, finds himself on second in scoring position. WA with just the 1-run lead. You can see Branch, they're beautiful overhead pitches for you. Virtually covers the whole diamond. A little bit shift to the right. We'll have right field covered if needed. Sutter checks off second. Delivers one. What are we? New South Wales Country. I need a main street in New South Wales Country. I cannot think of one. Right down the New England Highway, maybe? 1-1 count. Stays. No, rolled foul during part of that. It is Ben Hannon. And a slight error in second base in the last inning. Would love a little bit of redemption. 1-2 count again, New South Wales Country. A strike away from keeping WA scoreless in the third, having brought it back to just a 1-run deficit. Time called. Joe Vlasic, the number 9 hitter, is on deck, ready and waiting. A little low. 2-2. Whilst we have a conversation, it gives me a chance to just look away, because I've long since learnt you don't look away too much from this game. And I can tell you that the free ABL game of the week, the Adelaide Giants at the Brisbane Bandits, is at the top of the 4th. And Adelaide lead 3-1 with some runners at the corners with no one out. Brisbane scored first, bottom of the first. Adelaide scored a few since then. That's sort of a Baltimore chopper. It sort of initially bounced so high. It took quite a while. So that's 1 bounce. That's 2 bounce. And then it died. By the time Gerstenberg got to it, I'm calling that an infield hit to Hannon. So now it's 2 on, and Branch is at third base. Just in the context of this game, it's a really big out for New South Wales Country to keep it to 1. Keep that momentum they established at the top of the third. Giving Hannon the infield single because he beat out the throw and there was no error on Gerstenberg's behalf. Joel Vlasic is at the plate, ground out to shortstop as the first out of the second, trying to avoid being the last out of the third. New South Wales and the under-18s leading Queensland and Essendon 9-1. Stolen base, well done by Hannon. It was a great pitch to choose to steal because I keep on wanting to call him Macbeth. It's Macbeth. McBeath had to reach low, which meant he took a little bit longer to get up and get the throw away. And base stealing is all about split seconds. All that Hannon needed. Count is at 3-1. Well, I don't know. Not quite sure why Vlasic thought that was a ball, because for mine it sort of sailed right over the plate. Full count, 2 out, 2 on. This is a big pitch. And fouled. We'll have another big pitch. And so Makura comes over and collects the foul. It is a full count with 2 out. 2 Western Australians are threatening. And now it's loaded with gold unis from the west. Second walk given up by Sutter. It started so well. A ground out, 2 ground outs to the left side of the infield. Then 2 walks split by a single means it's loaded Western Australians. Still haven't given up a run. That's the good news. The not so good news for New South Wales Country is the most dangerous hitter, Ida Samakura, is at the plate after a home run and a walk and 2 runs scored. See if I can get one more over the fence. I'm going to turn a 1-run lead into 5 with a grand slam. 300 feet to left, 300 feet to right, 370 feet to dead centre. See most of that diamond on your screen right now. So just got to think through this one carefully, and Samakura leaves. Two, 1 count. Count now goes to 3-1. It's the count the hitters love. The field pretty traditionally placed, but the outfield, they are deep. Makura had a strike to give and gave it right there. It's 3-2. Again, a full count with 2 out and multiple players in scoring position. The stakes only ratchet up a notch right here. In the end, that's a walk that brings home a run. Not the most catastrophic thing that could have happened to New South Wales Country, but that's Carlton Branch who's crossed the plate. So I've got Ben Hannon at third, Joel Vlasic at second, and Ida Samakura at first. And at the plate, Cameron Barr, who singled and sacrificed. Sacrifice not an option right here. Fouls away. It's going to land somewhere near us. Game's been going almost an hour here. Almost through 3 innings of work. So 2 fouls should make it an 0-2 count, unless I'm getting behind a bit. That is correct, 0-2. So this is a chance. New South Wales Country a stroke away. They've given it 1 run in this inning. 2 runs, of course, the bloop and the blast. G'day to Big Sexy and Hughesy if you're watching. Played to short. I don't think that's going to get there in time. It's not. Hannon has scored. Everybody advances a base. Barr has his second single. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't think anyone made an error there. RBI. So what was a run lead is now 3 runs. What's worrying for New South Wales Country is the first 2 ground out, and since then the last 5 have got on, courtesy of 3 walks and 2 singles. Lenny Golding, who got on twice, 2 times out of 2 with an error and then a single RBI in the second. We are in the third and already going through the lineup for the 3rd time. LG or Lenny Golding is playing in the 3-hole. Play down. If it's fair, it's not. It's foul. Possibly would have scored a couple. Fair way to throw in from 300 feet, even once you've cleanly collected it. One. Loaded bases, 2 out. It might just have found the alley. Yes, indeed. This is going to bring 2 runs. It might even bring 3. Yeah, they are running it all the way through. A huge hit in the context of this game to Goldie. 3 RBI double. WA break it open. 9 runs to 3. So that double scores Vlasic, Samakura and Barr. Just 1 Western Australian on base right now. That's the man who just had the big hit. Lenny Golding. He's at second. 9th plate appearance of the inning goes to Tom Williams. Now, one thing that's always on my to-do list to check is, do you bat around if 9 face, or do you need to have a 10th to say you bat around? Cooper Barber led off the 3rd. He's on deck. So a balk against Sutter puts Golding a base away from WA reaching double figures. You can't see him. He's really... Golding is on 3rd, I promise you. There he is. Sneaking into the very edge of your pictures. That one is coming right for me, and that will score another run. That is 10 up. So Williams singled in the 1st, struck out to end the 2nd. Could he be the last out in the 2nd and the 3rd? No, because he's going to be walked. All right. Having got to 2 out with no one on, this has just turned into a nightmare for New South Wales Country. 1, 2, 3, 7 straight have got on with 4 walks and 3 hits. They were so close. They were trailing by 1 at the start of this half inning, and now they're going to be trailing by 7 at least. 10-3 your current score. Back to Cooper Barber. Williams trots to second. He doesn't trot, but sees the opportunity to take off, and he does. We're sort of in twilight now. Got a helicopter flying around. The light's starting to take more and more of an effect here at Port Melbourne. Look to be definitely decent lights for what we're trying to do here. Looks like you're getting a really good picture as well, which is great. Barber goes long to the fence, and hooray! The party time continues for WA. The second home run of the match. Cooper Barber unleashes. And 10 becomes 12. And this is becoming an offensive onslaught from the Western Australians. And with that, the inning ends not because New South Wales Country got the 3rd out, but because of the 7-run rule. Something I haven't seen in a lot of other competitions, but basically once a team scores 7 runs, then the inning ends. Now what is slightly different to that is if it is a home run, as we just had, any runs that are scored off the home run count. WA had 6. Williams was on base. Cooper Barber hit the home run. They will be credited with 8 runs, even though it's a 7-run rule. Hope you're taking notes. There'll be a test later in the tournament. With that, take a quick break. Be back with more. Hope you're enjoying Friday night baseball in the Australian Youth Championships. Welcome back. Ryan Warner about to start his 2nd inning of work. It's okay, Cormac Burgess, I'm going to assume plays up to 3rd base, and Golding says thank you very much. So I'm preparing myself because I'm expecting a plethora, which means a lot of substitutions coming up. It's that time of the ball game. Western Australia first game. Probably want to try and get as many a run, especially now they have not an unassailable lead. We've got a little while to go yet. Jesse Garnea, who's got a hit. I thought for a sec Golding might have got it, but no. So that's the first single in the tournament for Jeppy. New South Wales Country had their most effective offensive effort of the tournament so far, scoring three runs in the third. One out, one on here. Tyler Bogus at the plate. Steal attempt and gone. Put that down to a fantastic throw by the catcher in Cameron Barr. Ben Hannon there to make the tag. Right down King William Street. No, that's South Australian thing. What are we going to do here? Right down King George's Terrace. That'll work for the Western Australians. Put into play. Golding the pick up, the throw, and that's all three up. New South Wales Country got a single, a raised with the court steal, a pop up to third base, and a ground out to third base. That'll do it for New South Wales Country in the fourth. We'll be had a break. Be back soon.
There's a breed out there that don't fit the mold.
Ladies and gentlemen, this message is for you.
They don't see a challenge. No failures. Just lessons. And while you might not have seen it, they've been working. They don't fit in. They're happy to be different. Excuses. What's that? They don't need to be the best. Just better than they were yesterday. And while some see different, we see better. PTP. Different. Better.
Alan Heyman, 14, his lucky number from the Pirates Baseball Club in the Illawarra competition. Now, I think Kobe Roberts is also from the Northern Pirates, who made his ABL debut for the Sydney Blue Sox, who had a couple of holes to fill and brought in 3 or 4 players to fill those with some injuries, which I think most have recovered from. So the Northern Pirates from the Illawarra region, Wollongong and associated towns, cities, suburbs. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8 for Western Australia in the fourth. I've got to keep adjusting because they went around. Benjamin, Branch and Hannon are your next three, and Benjamin for the first time, well, he's on base with a walk. Cowden branch. So surprisingly not the substitutions I was suspecting just yet. Maybe they'll come after this inning. The Western Australians have almost batted all around 3 times. The other under 18 game, New South Wales and Queensland. It's New South Wales leading 9 runs to 3. The game at Preston is on Game Changer at Essendon. A tighter one. It's not quite a must-win for WA, but it would help their cause in the under-16s. But New South Wales have made it through 4, and they lead WA 8 runs to 5. Branch puts that up. And missed. So 2 on for WA. We'll see if that's going to be an error. So it was Barnes going back and Tyler Burgess coming in, and in the end neither got there. So I think that's going to be a single. My understanding with those at junior level, we always talk about errors and ordinary efforts as the general concept, but if no glove gets on the ball, then no error was made, just couldn't get to it. And that's credit to the hitter. Now that is a glorious pickup, deserves the out, but safe. Nee Baxter, and these little things are just all going WA's way. Van Hannon with back-to-back singles. We may not get a chance at a replay there, but good pickup and throw. Joel Vlasic walked last time up in the 3rd. He's the last player, then we'll go through the lineup for the 4th time for WA. This time a chance of a double play, 1 throw, 1 out. So it'll end up being a fielder's choice, but Ben Simmons scores. WA increase their margin. Vlasic is on the fielder's choice. So Vlasic is at first. Yeah. It was Hannon who was the out at 2nd. Branch is at 3rd. Western Australians on the corners with 1 out. McBeath had to stretch a bit for that one, but caught it. 1-0 count. It's almost getting cool here. As a new breeze off the Port Phillip Bay arrives. 41-degree day. Did not pack the hoodie. Don't think I'm going to regret it. Feels like 27.3. Okay. Probably not. We're back to the top of the order. Ida Samakura. What a night he's had. Home run on the first pitch that WA faced in their championships. That was one way to herald your arrival. Walked another 2 times and scored each time, and that's a hat-trick of walks. On base percentage is going to be magnificent. And given hit a home run, the slugging's not going to be particularly bad either. He's going to have right now, Samakura should have an OPS over 2,000. 7 bases in 4 appearances is, yep. I'll leave that to the scorers to sort through. So a good night for the New South Wales Metro sides. They currently have leads over Queensland in the under-18s, WA in the under-16s. Mixed news for the Western Australians, trailing by 3 in the under-16s at Essendon and leading here by 8. Cameron Barr. 2 singles, a sacrifice, an RBI. That one's coming right for us, and with that pitch. Now, one thing about Port Melbourne is different locations have different backstops. With Adelaide, for example, the Giants home facility at West Beach, it's a brick wall. And that means there's quite a ricochet that comes off of that brick wall, which occasionally can give a chance of an out on something that gets past. But I've seen a lot here today, and not once has the runner coming from third been caught. So that was Branch who's, no, that was Branch who scored. It was. Velasic is at third and Samakura is at second. Bar goes long. I think that's, if it's fair, it's out of here. It's fair. It is way out of here. The third home run for WA. Hooroo. Cameron Barr has unleashed to left. They've brought the power, the Western Australians. It's now 17-3 at the bottom of the fourth. So I don't think we had a home run in the 16s between Victoria and the ACT Roos. I'll stand corrected if I'm wrong. And it's going to be a pitching change for New South Wales Country, which will see Frosty come in. That home run, by the way, for those trying to score at home. Hope you do better the job than I do. Ben Hannon and Ida Samakura scored. Samakura, by the way, 4 runs tonight from 4 plate appearances. Going to be a few Western Australians possibly leading the hitting stats by the time this one's done. I think we saw 1 home run in the South Australia New South Wales Country game. We've seen 3 tonight. 2 towards the centre field area. And that one to left, I never saw it land, which usually means it went a fair way. So Ben Frost. Okay, Frosty's number 16. It's Jaron Duran playing number. Okay. Plays for the Toronto Tigers, Rebels and Lions baseball clubs. That'll keep him busy. First and second grade. First came to the AYCs as an under 16 back in 2023. 2024 under 16s as well. Last year under 18. So this is his 4th straight appearance in the Youth Championships. You can only really do it for 4 years unless you get picked. And I'm not sure it happens a lot at an insane young age. Also the Hunter Coast Senior State League team and Newcastle Juniors as well. So brings a lot of experience to this. At the moment it's about stopping the bleeding. It was 10 plate appearances for WA in the third, which led to 8 runs, which led to the inning being stopped as that ball's gone over the fence and, well, it's out of here, but it won't score any runs. Little fan club out there helping retrieve it. We do try and recover most of the foul balls here. Everyone's got a budget. How much is a baseball these days? $8? Okay. Not as expensive as I thought. That's hit to left. That will drop into the corner. Will end up a single. Benny Goldie. He's 3 from 4 and the 4th was an error. So Suffice to say, he's got on every time. I mean, the top three have been just superb. Only time Barr didn't get on, it was a sacrifice play. There isn't a single Western Australian from the starting 9 who hasn't got on. And the only times really have been where they haven't have been fielders' choices. Just to give you some idea what we're talking about here. The last 8 in the third got on. And so far it's 6 of 7 in this inning. So what's that? 14 of the last 15 hitters have got on base. Often do ABL games where 10, 12 might be retired in a row. And they're a juggernaut. Of course, it is game 1. Not going to give WA the title just yet. Coming up, tomorrow's going to be a busy day. Every single under 18 side's got a double header. And 5 of the 7 under 16 sides also have a double header. Tomorrow, to be honest, certainly here at Port Melbourne, all under 16 games. Focus will probably be on the under 16s tomorrow, simply because it's their last qualifying matches, and we'll know tomorrow night about this time who's in the top 4. That's found a gap between left and centre. That's bounced, that's gone over the fence, and that's onto the street. Another run will score. Should just press recording. So, well, that's Lenny Golding, who was last at bat, who's already scored. What have we got here? Just an exchange of equipment. Okay. So, Williams a double RBI. Now, Cooper Barber. Last time he was up, he ended the third. He could end the fourth. There's 6 runs scored. This is the 9th plate appearance. 6 runs scored, 1 out. With all of that, Tom Williams is now on third. If Tom Williams gets home, it's 7 runs, and for the second consecutive inning, WA will end it not by getting 3 outs, but by scoring 7+ runs. And then we'll go to the 5th. Right now, Barber goes to right, and given 1 out. That is a well-executed sacrifice that scores Williams, and that is 7 runs. Everyone's awake to that. Wow. So, as you see the shot here to right, a lot of open space here in Port Melbourne. That's Tyler Bogus taking the catch. I think that's the sunset. I hope that's some sort of just the colour scheme in the day we've had. You're sort of thinking, is there just a nuclear explosion happening out west somewhere? Maybe around Altona. Nah, I won't go there. Hope they're having a wonderful night at Altona. Love Altona Beach. Spent my Commonwealth Games in 2006 there. It was fantastic. All right. Midway through the 4th. Do want to thank the support of the Victorian Government. I know my wife went to the art gallery today. Goodness knows what she did this afternoon with my credit card. I think everywhere we went yesterday when we were, oh, there's a shopping centre there. Oh, there's a shopping, oh, Myers, oh, David Jones. Burke Street Mall. You know, it's discovered all these places to shop. Already checked out Logan Street last night. Chinatown's on the list for tomorrow night. We're only here for 3 days of work. And back to day job on Monday. Back to this game. Suffice to say, come to Melbourne, you will not be bored. Not sure if that's a marketing slogan. Back to the top of the order for New South Wales Country. Top of the 5th. Now here's the scenario, folks. The game endeth if a team leads by 15 runs after 5. The margin is currently 16. So WA, if they get the 3 outs before New South Wales get 2 runs, this game will be over at the end of this half inning. Coming up to hit Connor McCarthy, and that's caught out in centre field. So that's 1 out. So the game so far has gone, I think it had a 7:06. So it's gone just over 90 minutes. And we've got what I like to call the 1 pitch warning, which means with Gerstenberg at first, a double play would end the 5th at a 16-run margin, and that would be all she wrote. Which means at 1 pitch warning, I better tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. Huge day, 13 games in the Australian Youth Championships. There's also 4 games in the Australian Baseball League. So if you love baseball, Baseball Plus is your must-have tomorrow. All the AYC games, by the way, are free. The games in Essendon and Port Melbourne are on Baseball Plus. All the games in Preston you can follow via Game Changer. So, let me run through what's happening in the under-18s tomorrow after this pitch. Hit long and hard, and this one might just... That's a home run, I think. Yep, home run called, so maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's blowing out. And for New South Wales, that's massive. That's huge. That means we're going to a 6th. They were facing it finishing after 5, but that brings the margin down to 14. We are going to a 6th inning. More Friday night baseball. Courtesy of a 2-run blast. Let's see where this... Yeah, that's over the fence. No doubt about it. So glad I did not text the missus to say, hey, might be back a bit earlier. Cohen Ryan, 2-run home run. Let me just jot that down, because that is probably the offensive highlight for New South Wales Country today. Wilklone Shiphorst is up from Wyong. Bases are cleared. So it gives me a chance to talk you through the 13 games tomorrow. Okay. At Essendon, 10 a.m. This is all on Baseball Plus. New South Wales Country are back. So I hope they get a decent time to sleep. They'll take on the ACT Roos. Both teams will be 0-2. Pretty much must win for both. Now, I'm saying 0-2, assuming that WA win here. That's a bit pretentious of me, but it, on all likelihood, is 2 0-2 teams. There's a walk. As mentioned, everyone in the under-18s plays 2 games tomorrow. Queensland, New South Wales Country, WA and the ACT Roos will play 2 games each over 4 games at Essendon. So New South Wales Country, ACT Roos at 10, 2:45 ACT Roos WA, 3:30 Queensland, New South Wales Country, 6:15 Saturday night baseball, that is planned, WA and Queensland. 3 teams in the under-18s will play at Preston. These will be by a game changer. SA Victoria 12:45, New South Wales Victoria 3:30, New South Wales South Australia at 6:15. ACT Roos WA in the under-16s, which is WA's last match. Absolute must win. That's at 10 o'clock at Preston. Port Melbourne, where myself, Dave Muggleton from Space Quake Sports, will be back. There's 5 games scheduled, starting at 9 o'clock. By the way, I believe the bacon and egg roll here is magnificent. Look forward to checking that out tomorrow. As that passed ball gets. And Shiphorst at 2 second. 9 o'clock in the under-16s, Victoria and New South Wales Country. 11:30, South Australia, New South Wales. 2 o'clock, New South Wales Country will end their prelim games playing Queensland. New South Wales ACT Roos will end their games playing at 4:30. Those 4 will all be streamed. The late game at 6:30 will not be on Game Changer. That's Queensland versus South Australia. That is a massive day. Weather looks to be very decent. In the under-16s on Sunday, we start the finals and the consolation games. There's still prelim games to go Sunday and Monday for the under-18s. Now, if you didn't get to write all that down, go to the AYC hub on baseball.com.au and it is all there, plus so much more. There's previews, there's some profiles, there's regular updates as that's a strikeout on Nash McBeath. So now 2 out. It's taken a while to get this second out. And with that, I think we're going to have a pitching change. So Oliver Newham is going to be the new pitcher for WA. Want to get some warm applause from the WA faithful that have travelled across the country to be here for this week. As I said, following the Charter Baseball, all the teams to have parents and supporters who travel wherever the team does. WA obviously having the furthest to travel, unless you're in North Queensland, then it's probably a tie. New pitcher, Ollie Newham. Ollie Newham, aka Ollie, plays at the Perth Baseball Club in the State League Reserves. Played for the Schoolboys Nationals in 2025 for Western Australia, the Intermediate League Nationals for Wanneroo in 2021, which got them their first overseas trip. They got to Livermore, California. Taylor, Michigan hosts the Junior World Series, and Easley, South Carolina hosts the Senior League, of course. The Little League, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The winner of this one gets bragging rights as the premier baseball state at under 18 level. Baxter knee, who's 0 for 2 thus far. And there's your third out. So a 2-run jack to Cohen Ryan. Keeps this game going. One more inning. Yep. Well, of course, Melbourne, you got the great alleyways there, the Queen Victoria Market. Plenty of wonderful food there. The beating heart of Australia's culinary scene. Dining in Victoria is defined by the pursuit of creativity, quality and innovation. A true melting pot of cuisines and cultures. From some of the best cafes and pubs to restaurants and bars, underground and in the sky, it's a true 24-hour city with countless high-end restaurants, eateries, bars and live music venues pulsating right through the night. We do thank the Government of Victoria for their support this year and the next 2 years of Australia's premier junior tournament, the Australian Youth Championships. Well, WA would feel, well, they might have got an early night, but they're here to play baseball. So another inning we will go. The last 2 innings, WA have been retired because they've scored 7+ runs. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. Interestingly, both sides have not made any substitutions bar the pitches, to which I can only say thank goodness. So it's going to be Bensman, Branch and Hannon up for Western Australia, which is 6, 7, 8. Played and fair. This, actually, that's a pretty quick throw, although it's a wild throw, which is going to bring a play at second. Another. They're almost playing catch there for a moment. As Benjamin makes his way to second. That's going to be a single and then an extra base on the throw. Now Carlton Branch, who's 2 from 2 with a walk. 2 runs. The offensive stats for Western Australia are going to look quite amazing at this pace. Branch connects with 1. And that's going to lead to him getting to second. And meanwhile, we have a run scored. Benjamin, who was on second, had to wait for it to drop, then came around. And that is the ball game. 14-run lead. They scored the one that made it 15. Did not have to see out the inning. That is the game. So for New South Wales Country, they've had the day where they ran into 2 offensive juggernauts in defending champion South Australia, and my personal tip for the tournament, whatever that's worth, Western Australia. It'll be a new day for them tomorrow. They will face ACT Roos at 10 o'clock. Decent chance of a win there, and Queensland at 3:30, given Queensland are going down to New South Wales. Decent chance there. So we're going to wrap it up here from Port Melbourne. I want to thank all the players, coaches, family, friends, scorers, plus of course Dave Muggleton, the intrepid leader of Spacequake Sports, and his crew for bringing you all the pictures. I'm Phil Hurden saying thanks so much for watching. Get some sleep, folks. Maybe after watching Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney, Perth in the ABL, but get some sleep because a big day of Australian baseball is coming your way tomorrow. Until then, good night from Port Melbourne.